morning, good 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 morning. So this is something I feel like a lot of people go through. Something I know a lot of people go through. For all of you people who make yourself overly available, just stop. Stop making yourself overly available to people. It is more of a detriment to your peace by always being that person. That's too much for you. It's okay to just stop, because what happens is when you don't move in the manner that people expect you to move, when you don't move when people want you to do, that becomes a problem. It is very complicated being the individual that looks out for so many people. And that's not to say that people haven't looked out for you before. That's not to say people haven't looked out for me before. But it is very hard when you go out your way to check on people, to look out for people, to make sure people straight. You know, it's agitating when somebody could call or text my phone to check on somebody, expecting me to do something and you're not even in the space or in the area to be able to do it yourself. Stop making yourself available. And if you work a job, I'll take it outside of that. If you work a job and you can't balance your job life and your home life, and especially if you're in a leadership position, you need to give up your title. You need to allow somebody else the opportunity to have that experience. People have to stop putting too much stuff on their plate, or not. But when you choose to keep all this stuff on your plate, basically what you're saying is that you're going to choose a life of agitation. Basically what you're saying is you're going to choose to walk around and you're not going to be in peace. Basically what you're saying is because you're unhappy, you're going to go out here and make the world unhappy. You're going to go out here and you're going to make the space around you complicated. You're going to make things complicated for everybody else, and you don't get to do that. So it's okay to just take a step back and stop trying to be that person. It's okay not to be that person. It's okay not to be that person. You know, I know what it feels like to be that person that, you know, imagine being the person that makes sure everybody eat. Imagine being the person that pick up the phone and check on people, and they don't call you and check on you back. Imagine being the person to go check on people. Imagine being the person to have to help cater to people and take care of people. Imagine being that person that everything involves, so much of your life involves other people and so little of your life involves yourself. That's a problem. And it becomes even more of a problem when you start pulling away. And I'm like, you know what, Letha, this crap is too much. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. I don't need nobody expecting me to do nothing. I don't need nobody asking me to do nothing that they not able to do themselves, or they not physically coming to do themselves. You know what? I'm not here to be an inconvenience for people. But if all I got to offer you is X amount of hours in a week, that's all I got. You know what? I'm not going to apologize if I go 2 and 3 days to don't answer the phone, because guess what? I could not answer the phone and it would be no problem with nobody. Nobody would care that you're having a bad day. Nobody would care that you're having a mental meltdown. Nobody cares about your panic attacks and your anxiety attacks. People just want to make sure that you breathing enough air so that you can take care of everybody else. That's the problem with that. And how selfish is that? How selfish is that people just want you to be out here breathing enough? Just existing. They don't even care if you're living. They don't care if you're enjoying life. They don't care if their expectations put a burden on you. They don't care. They act like they concerned. They don't care. They don't care. You know, People really don't be caring. And then it be the people that you least expect, or people that you have not known as long. And sometimes them be some of the most caring people. People want to make sure you good. People want to make sure you straight. And I'm like, I don't know where this obligation comes from, feeling compelled to be a person that people don't cherish and respect anyway. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part of myself out. I tell people by nature I'm a nurturer. I can't help that. I do things a certain way. People can keep pointing out what's wrong with me. I don't let people talk. Okay, I don't let people talk, but guess what? I'm dependable. Guess what? I don't leave people holding the bag. You don't listen. I ain't got to listen. You know why I ain't got to listen? Because I show up and I perform. I ain't got to listen to what nobody say. Because I'm where people need me when they need me. I can't say the same for I can't say the same for the people that got the audacity to put a level of expectations on me. I can't even say the same. I can't. You know what? I'm okay knowing that I don't want people talking to me that don't bring to the table what I bring. Because you know what I bring? I don't bring my appetite. I get stuff done. Yeah, I get stuff done. People ask me to do stuff, I do it. I don't put people on hold. I don't put people on hold. I'm not an old, give me a minute, wait a minute type person. I don't do that to people. I don't do that to people. I'm not a, well, I'll check on it later. I don't put them on hold when they phone ring. You know, they phone ring, this a business call, right? I don't do them like that. You got something to do today? What difference do it matter? You talk to such and such, what difference do it matter what you need me to do? It's the expectancy for me. It's a straight up expectancy. But you know what? I would tell anybody, if you got too much stuff on your plate, you need to pull away. I was sharing with a young lady yesterday how my hair is just coming out. And my hair been coming out honestly for the past few years, and I just haven't really been saying anything about it. My hair has been coming out by the handfuls. It has. I've always loved to cut my hair, so I'm not going to put me cutting my hair down real short old because my hair was coming out. But my hair been coming out bad for the past few years. I'm dealing with some deficiencies. On top of that, I'm on some medication. They don't move nobody. They don't care. Because I've been this drama queen my whole life. Or I've been this drama queen since you done knew me right. Whatever. But when I'm asked to do something, I get up and I do it. I don't let people talk. That's one flaw. One. It's amazing how it's a characteristic, a flaw that I have that a lot of people can point out in me, but it's a strength that a lot of people can point out in me that I can't point out in people that point out my flaws, because when people need me, I'm there. Yeah. I answer the phone. I call and check on people that don't call and check on me back. You know, we'll send little birthday burger money to people that would not even tell me happy birthday or happy Mother's Day, or wouldn't even tell me nothing, right? But let somebody need, whatever. Isn't that amazing though? Isn't that amazing that you can be this mama to all of these people, and people don't walk up to you and say, you need a hug today? How are you feeling today? Am I tripping? I went to the doctor a few weeks ago, and they always ask you, basically what they want to know is, do you think about killing yourself? I straight up told I guess that's the medical assistant that do your blood pressure and weight and stuff, I may think about taking some people up out of here, but I ain't thinking about killing myself. But it ain't a day that go by that I ain't got no stress in my life. I'm gonna come up in here stressed, and I'm gonna leave here when I'm stressed. That ain't no choice. Anxiety is real. I've been dealing with it for years. It ain't nothing I rolled over and just had yesterday. It ain't nothing I labeled for myself, right? And people that know that you deal with stuff, they will still intentionally press your buttons, because you're just supposed to make things easy for everybody else. You're their slave. You're nothing because it's you. You ain't nothing. You're nothing. That's the energy sometimes. And then somebody's gonna tell me I'm crazy. I don't care that I'm crazy. You know what? Because I have yet to meet a soul walking the face of this earth that I've come across that ain't got some type of craze going on. My crazy ain't no more than the next person crazy. It's just that some people get co-signed on their craziness. You ever had somebody that just blatantly cuss you out for no reason? Just talk to you like you want nothing? Then I send you a long text message like you ain't super nothing. And then out the blue, because they decide y'all all right, you got to suck it up and be all right. I've been dealing with favoritism for years, since I can remember. I'm finna be 47 years old. I'm about to be 47. I've been dealing with favoritism my whole freaking life. And I'm supposed to give a damn about some of this stuff that don't add no value to me? I don't care about no money. I don't care about cars. I don't care about clothes. I don't care about statuses. I care about my peace of mind. They will let you run yourself in the ground and will turn around with a smile on their face and ask you to do something else. Premenopausal my behind. It's just a bunch of bull crap. Ain't nothing that some of us have overextended ourselves in ways, all because we have taken who we are and over cherished people that we have loved, and it just gets agitated every now and then when you don't get a sand particle of that back. It's agitating. And then I have to remind myself, clearly I must be tripping, because I'm the one that has overextended myself. Like, if I can scale back time from my job, I ought to be able to do that for everybody else too. Because at least a job will pay a bill. A job will help me cater to myself, though. A job will help me cater to myself. You know, able to get my feet done every blue moon. It'll let me cater to myself. You need anything? And I'm going to tell you what really upsets me. Hey, how you doing? Well, how is such and such? Y'all just don't know. I be wanting to say, MF, pick up the phone and call them and check on them. I don't even know. Everybody is all about how they day went and how their lifestyle goes. Long as they don't have to deal with some of the stuff you got to deal with, that's all some of this stuff boiling down to. As long as they don't have to deal with some of the stuff you have to deal with. Not understanding that it takes a lot for you to be who you are. Not even understanding that. You know, people can look at you and tell you ain't well, and they'll still turn around and ask you for something. I know you ain't feeling the best, but what? Die today and see what's gonna happen. My bad. I won't be here to see it. You wouldn't be here to see it. But I can tell you, they're gonna still keep doing what they do. They just gonna do it on this earth without you and without me. Be careful about who you gonna leave something to. Because the people you do the most for, they will appreciate you the least. And the people that do the most are appreciated the least. I don't like to hear people. That's why you have to be careful about the people you brag on. Don't brag on people that ain't able to do certain stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not. Lord knows I ain't nowhere near perfect. But I'm dependable. And sometimes I sit up and I say, if something happened to me, I'm screwed. I really say that. I say that. If something happened to me, I'm going to be screwed. Because when so many people can sit up and depend on you, them be the main people stuck somewhere alone. They really are. Because if they ain't got time for you, while you're able to be who you are to them, they darn sure ain't gonna have time for you if something happened to you. You ever been sick and took care of somebody while they were sick? You ever been sicker than somebody you done took care of? People don't care. People are selfish. People are very selfish. And then when you say something, all of a sudden, they got the nerve to not want to be bothered with you for a while. Well, you know what? I'm to the point, don't be bothered with me, period. Because clearly, people being bothered with me is so much of a convenience for them. But it's if I can't express certain things, I'm to the point I don't even want to be bothered. I'm to the point I don't even want certain people. I don't want to be in certain group messages. I don't. I'm just so over it. I'm over like so much. I'm over so much. And those of us who overextend ourselves, those of us who overgive, we got to show up with a smile on our face. We got to suck it up. We got to inhale and exhale, and we got to take all of this emotional drama, all of this emotional abuse just to keep the peace. No. And then when you pop off, or when you say something, or because I'm talking loud, I got a problem. But it amazes me when people need me, I'm there. See, people can't, and that's what bothers me. Don't talk crazy and act a fool with folks that's gonna show up for you every time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because no matter how I'm coming. They can't even say that for themselves. And some of them, their kids the same way. Yeah. They go for old folk. They go for senior citizens. They go for junior, senior citizens. They go for Gen Zs, millennials. I don't know the terminology. It go for everybody. I'm sick of being a person for the people who don't appreciate the person I am. Because when people appreciate you, they deal with you a certain way. They deal with you a certain way. And I don't like the fact that people can call me and they can tell me everything they got going on, good or bad. But let me say one thing that's not funny. Or let me say one thing that's kind of, they got to rush out. You know what? I'm about to be done talking to people. Period. I'm about to be done. My grandmother talked to herself. I understand why. Because you're better off talking to yourself. Because ain't nobody there but you and the Lord. And if you're covered by the blood, you ain't got to worry about the enemy. Overextending yourself. Making sure everybody's straight. Checking on everybody. Answering every phone call. Trying to respond to every text message. Trying to follow every group meet. Trying to do this. Trying to do this. And you're the one that no matter how you show up, no matter how you come, whether you come rolling your neck, whether you come hooping and hollering and fussing and cussing, you show up and you get done what need to get done. And they got the audacity to say something to you, but ain't nobody else showing up for them. Now how about that? Ain't nobody else doing what you do. Okay. I'ma show up for myself then. I got too many things that I have dropped the ball on these past few years. Way too many things. Too many projects. And my cousin, she's right here on live. Linnell is right here. I went live more often. I was going live a few times a week. But I let people get in my head and tell me what I don't need to be doing. But imagine being a counselor, a comforter, a nurturer, a giver, a 24/7 accessible. Your phone is accessible for people. You get up, you go do stuff for people in the wee hours of the night. You barely making it off 4 hours of sleep. Getting up, punching the clock, getting paid by the hour. And you the one with the problem. You the one don't let nobody talk. I've been like I am my whole life. They the ones that act like they got batons stuck up their behinds. It ain't me. I'm tired of people. I'm just tired of folks, period. I'm tired of people. I ain't better than nobody, but I'm too good to people to get some of the energy that I've been getting back. Way too good. Now I go to work. The people I work with, y'all know what? They gonna make sure I eat. They gonna ask me, do I need anything? I'm just over all the bull crap. I no longer. I've been stopped caring how people feel about me a long time ago, so I could care less. Really. Like I said, favoritism has existed as far as I can remember, and I'm about to be 47 years old this year in August. But what I don't remember is the favorite people always being around. And you know, somebody like me, I don't care for much. Like, I really don't care for much. Money don't thrill me like it do some people. Like it just don't. Like the way that I have been feeling physically, and I'm getting a little better. For me to have to feel like that and work, that ain't no motivation for money to. That's not motivation for me from a physical aspect, because I only get one body. So that's not motivation. I don't care about money like that. I thank God I got a roof over my head and ain't nobody hurting for nothing. That's just like the other day. You know, I don't care if, you know, be thankful for the food. Be thankful for the food that's in the house. I'm pulling up to my job, y'all. My phone fell and I'm pulling up to my job. Hold on. I just pulled up to my job. Just pulled up to my job. I just pulled up to my job. Be thankful for the food that's in the house. Why you can't eat oatmeal? if you're not allergic to oatmeal. Entitlement. That ain't living like you poor. To me, it's living like you grateful. What's wrong with peanut butter and jelly? I mean, everything, different things matter to different people. What matter to me is stuff like appreciation. What matter to me is people not expecting me. Don't tell me that what you're requiring me to do is not a lot, because you're not me. We're two totally different people. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me, well, it don't take but a few minutes. Well, if it don't take that long, why you can't do it? Well, it ain't that complicated. If it ain't that complicated, why you don't do it? Well, it shouldn't be that hard. Well, if it shouldn't be that hard, why you don't do it? I don't like that. I don't like that mindset with people. I don't like that. The overgiver. At the end of the day, stop over exerting yourself for folks. I got to put my jacket on. Stop over exerting yourself for folks. You know, putting all this extra, you know, you doing all this stuff for people just for them to expect you to do stuff all because you've been doing it. That's why I posted this morning. Sometimes you just need to change your routine. Change your routine. Whatever your routine is, do something different. Do something different without making an announcement about it. People need to stop expecting stuff from you. Period. I got one person I'm going to pick up the phone and call today. One. And that's because me and her played phone tag yesterday. And that's my friend girl out there in California. Change up your routine. Because you ain't doing nothing but making yourself upset. And I don't want people upset. I'm bitter in a lot of ways. I am. It's just some things I'm just really probably envious of. And it's not even about other people. It's probably just about me and some of my own personal mishaps. Some of my some things that I actually do envy. But at the end of the day, I am dependable. When people call on me, I'm coming. Y'all, something happened to me. That's all I'm going to say. And that's why I try to make it a point that I don't overwork myself on my job. I've been scaling back big time financially. Hasn't been rough, but I can't take none of this stuff with me. And I'm not going to try to figure out how to leave nothing too. Because what difference do it matter if I'm gone? What difference do it matter if you ain't here no way? I got a lot of major decisions I have to make. I'm relaunching, of course, my podcast. And my lives was part of my platform for those of you all who don't know. My cousin is here, so I thank all of you all who are on here. We got Jen Richards on here. For those of you all, if y'all can, at least go check her out, because she does have an album out. She has a single out for sure. I've shared it here and there, but I'm constantly sharing things. But if nothing else, you all go check her out. I want to thank Jean Taylor for being here, Breon Nichols, and Melinda. Also, I want to thank Melinda for being here. And Melinda, I do want to thank you for hitting the share button when you do, because it is becoming a big help for me, for you to hit the share button. So I do want to give that acknowledgement to her. However, being this super whatever is overrated. Just move in your flow. Don't move based off how other people expect you to move. And yes, today, switch up your routine. Do that for yourself. Yep, do that for yourself. I have no standard routine. I think I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight and get me an edger and play on edge and weeds or something. Maybe a weed eater. I don't know. But switch up your routine. And for those of us who are parents, they're our children. So, I mean, we are the Two Live crew and Two Short Era crew. So, they're our children, and you just got to know that they're gonna be okay, and you can't save them from everything. You can't save them from everything. My mama been gone since I was 17. Some wounds never heal. I was talking to a young lady the other night. She lost her mom a few years ago, and she texted me. It was kind of late, but I called because I know that if she's reaching out, I need to pick up that phone and I need to talk to her. And I'm talking to her, and I'm just like, I can just sit here and hold the phone because I get it. Sometimes, I'm not an expert, but sometimes it's not for people to talk. Sometimes people don't need to. Sometimes people can't express. Like, there is no one cure-all for everybody. Sometimes people just need somebody to just sit there and just listen and just be among them. Be near them. Even though I was on the phone with her. And the only thing I was telling her, I say, I love you. I say, your mother's proud of you. But this young lady, since she's been a part of our family, it's going on 5 years. This year will make 5 years. She has been real good to me. And what amazes me is people can critique other people, and they can see flaws in you and your children. They can't see flaws in how they're maneuvering and what they got going on. Or people can see flaws in you and these nieces and nephews. But these nieces and nephews ain't like talking about it. Or you can be, how you got all this business advice for me, and I'm in a better financial situation than you. See, that's why I don't care about status. I don't care about a lot of this stuff. I care about people. I care about y'all being okay mentally. I care that your health is on point. I care that everybody on this live, that you take you a moment today and you do something for you to enjoy your life. Those are things that I care about. I care about you having mental peace. Those are things that I care about. I care that you feel loved and cherished and appreciated. That's what I care about. And the best way sometimes to be appreciated is to don't do as much for other people. Sometimes you just need to stop doing, because the most stuff you do for people, the least they appreciate you. That it doesn't even, because they start expecting it. They have nothing to appreciate because they're not you. So you may be somebody that appreciate anything that everybody else does. You may be that person, but just because you appreciate anything that somebody does, don't mean that that's the energy you're going to get back with other people. So one of the best things you could do for yourself is not doing so much for other people. Because when you're an overgiver and an overextender, it is mentally draining and it is mentally exhausting. And then somebody's going to be like, well, ain't nobody sign you up for that. Well, if it's too much for you, you don't need to be doing it. Well, you know what? I didn't ask for your input. And that's the other thing. People need to stop giving their advice where their advice wasn't asked for. You know, people are experts with no action. That's the other part of the problem, my guy. How people going to be experts and they ain't got no action? How you gonna be an expert with no action? How you gonna be an expert that don't offer nothing or you have nothing to give? And I'm not talking about money. So take time for yourself today and switch up your routine. Because you don't even know they full routine. They just know yours. Now, how would I know that? Because people that are not overgivers, you have no reason to know their routine. Because you know you can't depend on them. You know you can't depend on them. You gonna make sure they straight. They ain't gonna make sure you straight like that. So, switch up your routine. Stop doing so much for people. Because the less you do, the better you'll feel. Because the more you do, the worse you feel. Because the appreciation just is not there. It's not there. So, I got to go in here. I appreciate you all. Listen, you all are awesome. You deserve to be happy. If somebody on this live right now that has delayed on doing something, I know it's at least 2 of y'all that are actually walking in your purpose season right now. So I am grateful and I am so thankful that you all are doing that for yourselves, and God will continue to lead and guide you all. But if somebody else right now, if you're waiting on the perfect time, it is no perfect time. The time is now. All timing is God's timing. So don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. If you got time to check on people, if you got time to make sure people straight, if you got time to go work that job, you got time for yourself. Be blessed. Bye-bye. And stop overextending. Bye-bye.